No, that stupid PNG slide was not easy to animate, so people will always hate on bad animation. And some defenders would say if you couldn't make it, so you shouldn't be mad at it, because you could never do it either. And a lot of people just leave it at that and don't pick up the pen. I can pick up a pen, so might as well. I'm gonna show just how far blind delusion can take a random person who likes animation. With all the stuff I hear about, does anyone get tired of that? Anyway, with how many people clown on Invincible's animation, I'm only going to be animating one thing, and it's gonna be the Immortal scene where he flies down to Earth. So I'm gonna try and see just how easy that is, but I already said it's not, because it really isn't. Oh, jeez. It was something. Alright, for like day one, it was mostly just keyframing, and it was very bad looking, I am not very confident in my lines, so it looks a lot. It gets pretty chicken scratchy at times. And just trying to block out the motion, well, it's fairly easy since I have the reference. But my main thing was trying to convey how sad he is during this scene, because he is just sad. It's everything's just kind of going bad for bro. Because he just isn't in the right headspace anymore. And I have to say, it was very annoying, trying to get everything set up right, and then also, I just don't have a good base. I felt like I couldn't draw stick figures right when I was doing this, and it was a lot to deal with. So all I could really say is that day one is still the easiest day, but it already instantly said, yeah, no, you're not gonna get what you want out of this, and that was already pretty bad. I can't front with you. Ay, Karopa. On to day two. And now on to the second day. So I did this all in a week, right? But the second day is actually the fourth day. Why? Because I'm not good at time management, and I'm also lazy. And then also life happens, because you get busy with stuff. So while doing the challenge, I didn't really have as much time as I wish I did. But this day was mostly just me in-betweening. So I just kind of went with the flow, because I've been trying to have the hybrid approach to animation, which, if you do not know, is combining straight ahead and pose to pose. So the keyframes were in pose to pose, since I just looked at the reference and was like, okay, the pose has to go from here to here, from here to here. And then the in-betweens, I was trying to be okay, so then what do I just do in between this stuff? How that turned out, I don't necessarily know. I technically don't. Because I don't want this to come off as a hate fest for myself. But I do see it at least as, oh, this is definitely a first step. And that's all I could really say about it. Because no matter what you do, if you don't do it consistently enough, it's just going to kind of stagnate. And while I do feel like I'm an amateur in middle school when I do art, I still feel good when I see something moving on screen, because I spent the time to do that. And that's never going to change. But in any case, what was really annoying is, technically speaking, this animation is 123 frames, from the show. And I'm doing this on threes, meaning it's like a new drawing every 3 frames, technically speaking. Or I guess I hold a drawing for 3 frames. And then, anyway, it's just stupid stuff. But I had to pretty much draw 40 drawings. And that was legitimately the most I've ever drawn, I think. Yeah, I think even compared to, I think this is technically the longest I've ever done. And, it's only 5 seconds. And that's a lot to do. And it really showed how, hard it is to draw, 3D space. Because figuring out really how to draw him turning in a satisfying way, oh my gosh, that sucks. I need to draw more boxes in 3D. I feel I think form is a real big issue for me. It's just I really don't know how to go about it. Because, you have plenty of artists you look up to. But really trying to figure out how to be like them, it's so hard. Props to Mappa, because, I put them in the thumbnail for a reason. But I'm those guys go through a lot. But by golly, are they not amazing artists? I would never want to work there, technically speaking. But if any of them could train me, now that, I think that would be a gauntlet I'm willing to go through. But yeah, no, it's just really trying to get smooth in-betweens with oh my god, it was so scuffed at this part. It made me feel like bro was hitting the Luddy when he was falling his face. He's supposed to be sad, and it's he goes up to touch his face and stuff, and as he's thinking about it as it goes down, and it's I feel I would have to tell you what the emotion is for you to get it, and that's just not how it should be. And here we are at the final day, which, if you pay attention, means this was day 7, because life is stupid. And now, I had to try to provide some sort of form, and oh boy is this bad, because I really wanted to figure out, it was a real discussion in my head about if I should just trace the frames, or if I should try and just wing it using my own brain power from, I guess, the sporadic learning of how to draw people. And I kind of made the Immortal look like a satyr, or I don't, what is his name? What's his name for Percy Jackson? Do you remember the goat guy who was black for Percy Jackson? Is it Gopher? No way his name's Gopher. Is it actually Gopher? They wouldn't call the black guy a Gopher, right? Because that's supposed to be I guess he's still technically as a servant. Anyway, I'm off topic. But yeah, it was trying to make sure the skeleton had some meat on it, And figuring out how to do that was a yikes. And at least have it look somewhat good. It was, I think I could definitely say, if I had more days, I probably could have refined this way more. And technically I only worked on this for 3 days. You might have saw that, but anyway. But feeling at this point I was kind of oh geez, it's not gonna look as good as I want it to anyway. And I was working on this at night, so it was right before midnight, I'd say, that I was working on this. And it took it was at least 4 or 5 hours of me working, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but that's what happened. And I will respect myself for at least doing this as a thing, because I always will love animation, and I hope they get better at it. I hope that if anyone watches this and makes it this far after dealing with a stupid mailbox just talking to them on the screen, I hope it was at least somewhat, I guess not inspiring, but at least comfortable enough to be hey, this guy actually is at least trying. And I think you should try too, if you feel some way. So whether you want to write a story or anything, or animate, or do anything. I think at least trying is valid, because you're never gonna get better if you just keep it in your head. And that's what I've been doing. I always feel like I'm behind all of the people that I respect, and even people my age. But all I can really do is hope and try to be better than I am tomorrow, than I am yesterday. I can't speak right. I'm very sorry. But you guys know inspirational quotes. That's what I was with. But look at this chunky man that I made. He's the mortal. So, because this version of Immortal is definitely dying for anyone, because, or maybe he at least does a little bit more damage because he has like jagged lines. Oh, I just thought about this. I forgot to have the anti-aliasing feature on. Oh my god, I messed up the rendering part of this. So, well, I guess like technically speaking, it's gonna be on your screen. And if you're on a phone, of course it's gonna be like much closer to your screen. So it might actually be worse. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm genuinely so sorry if it looks super blurry when the time comes. But yeah, and then I got into coloring, and I was like, I am not gonna be able to like genuinely color right. So I'm like, this is a blue man in a yellow suit, and that's all I had. And I like him. I like my OC Immortal. He does what he likes. He's a sad man trying his best. So, respect the mortal and his 2 colors of life. Because he's really sad right now, but he's going to keep on trying. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to make another video like this. I don't think I will. But, I will keep animating. And I think that's all I could really ask for. And the thoughts of this is just, I need to get better at form. I need to be more confident in my lines. And animating a piece of booty cheeks. But at the very least, they were my booty cheeks. And I wouldn't want it any other way. So, as you see me finishing up, it is time to look at the finished animation. Thanks for watching. Leave a quick quip in the comments and check out a recommended video. Thank you.